a retired Navy Seabee veteran named Marcus Jennings. After 20 years of building in war zones and a career-ending injury that left him with a limp and a disability pension, finally chased the dream his late grandmother Estelle had whispered about for years, a lake house of their own. She never got one. She spent her life cleaning other people's homes and taping magazine pictures of big porches and blue water inside her closet door. But Marcus found his chance 2 years ago in an online auction listing. Thornhill Manor, a crumbling 1920s craftsman on Lake Matthias in upstate New York. 6 bedrooms, 2 acres, 200 feet of private shoreline, hand-carved oak staircase, stone fireplace dated 1924. The photos showed rot, broken glass, mouse droppings, and decades of neglect, but Marcus saw the bones. He was the only bidder. Closed at $127,000 after liquidating every dollar he had. Savings, truck fund, VA rehab loan for the rest. His daughter Zoe called it a felony waiting to happen. He called a home. He spent months planning. Foundation first, then electrical, roof, woodwork. All himself to stretch the budget. 3 days after he started, a white Lexus pulled up. Out stepped Darlene Van Camp. Mid-60s, helmet of ash blonde hair, pastel cardigan, clipboard like a weapon. HOA president, real estate agent, planning commission vice chair, widow of a county judge. She informed him Thornhill violated 17 codes and 4 covenants. 30 days to submit plans. Marcus showed her the deed. No HOA mentioned. She smiled all teeth. Sweetheart, the plat was amended in 2003. Your title company missed it. Not my problem. She clicked away without stepping on his gravel. Marcus submitted 40 pages of stamp drawings. Rejected in 72 hours. Materials not in keeping with neighborhood character. He appealed. The hearing lasted 10 minutes. Darlene mispronounced his name repeatedly. Her friend Ron, a retired dentist, glanced at Marcus's leg brace and asked if he was sure he could handle the scope given your situation. They suggested a smaller property might suit him better. Walking out, Marcus heard Ron mutter, "Good luck with that." That was when he realized this wasn't about rules. It was personal. Darlene wanted him gone. Likely because she had once tried to buy Thornhill for $95,000 from a nursing home-bound original owner, threatening condemnation if he refused. The daughter said no. 6 months later it hit auction. Marcus showed up instead. Winter closed in. He hired a crew to shore up a sagging wall. Day 2. County Inspector Jerry slapped a red stop work tag on the door. Foundation survey, supposedly off by 18 inches. 6 to 8 week delay for new permit. The survey company swore their measurements were exact. The hold order carried a vice chair signature. Darlene's. Contractor bailed. Couldn't idle for months with a family to feed. Marcus sat alone on the grand staircase, the only furniture in the house, staring at the gaping north wall while November wind howled through. His daughter texted, "You okay?" He lied. For a moment, he considered selling, cutting losses. Then his hand rested on the smooth oak newel post, cool under his palm, worn by a century of other hands. He thought of Estelle taping pictures in that cramped Syracuse closet. One day, baby. He wasn't done. 3 nights in county archives later. Old microfiche, gas station coffee, eyes burning. He found the 2003 amendment Darlene kept waving. Never ratified by the county legislature, only town council. Illegal spot zoning under New York law. Darlene, her late judge husband, Ron, and 3 other board members, all neighbors to Thornhill, had signed the petition. Their property values jumped 30% after it passed. Selective enforcement. Racketeering with clipboards. He drafted a memo at 2 a.m. Emailed the town council, the local paper, the state AG's HOA fraud line. Subject, illegal covenant enforcement and abuse of process. Panic ensued. Emergency council session scheduled. Darlene called, voice dripping fake honey. Coffee, neighbors work it out. Marcus told her he'd take his coffee at the next public meeting. He installed security cameras. Cloud backup. Va documented. At the HOA meeting, Darlene had pre-placed glossy flyers. Safety concerns at Thornhill Manor. Reckless renovation endangers us all. Lies about trespassers, trash, environmental hazards, unlicensed electrical. Professional print job. She sat at the head table like royalty. 3 witnesses, all connected to her, testified his presence was tanking values and poisoning the lake. Public comment opened. Marcus connected his phone to the projector. First clip, Ron dumping beer cans on his dock at night, license plate visible. Second, independent water tests. Zero pollution at Thornhill, elevated bacteria at one of Darlene's rental properties. Third, legal opinion that her proposed emergency bylaw, demolish any uninhabitable structure vacant 90 days, was retroactive harassment and illegal. He looked straight at her. I don't know if you're trying to steal my home or just can't stand a veteran on a VA check owning lakefront. Either way, I'm not leaving. See you in court. Beth Ramirez, the newspaper editor, started clapping. A few others joined. Darlene grabbed her folder and walked out. Meeting tabled. Next morning, dead raccoon on his porch. He added another camera. Darlene pivoted to planning commission connections. Code enforcement citations rained down. Overgrown wildflowers, state-certified wildlife habitat. Open foundation vent, code required. Paint cans in locked OSHA cabinet. $500 per day each. Potential $15,000 in fines. His budget would evaporate. Then the lien. 6 months of fake HOA dues plus late fees. $1,200. Public record. Bank threatened to call his loan. VA lawyer Rick sent a demand letter. Withdraw in 48 hours or face criminal referral and triple damages. Lien vanished Wednesday. Newspaper ran the story anyway. Veteran battles, HOA overreach. Beth dug deeper. Found Darlene approved 7 controversial developments. All clients of her brokerage. Average commission, $22,000 each. Then the smoking gun, 2019 email to Thornhill's prior owner's daughter, threatening eminent domain and zero payout if she didn't sell cheap. DA opened investigation. Albany News knocked on Darlene's door. She slammed it. Social media exploded with old grudges. Community rallied. Contractor Lyle offered free weekend labor. Neighbor Elena gave affidavit on a raccoon dumper. Lumber mill owner donated reclaimed oak. Darlene had extorted his grandson years earlier. 30 volunteers showed for a barn raising. Veterans, church groups, even bridge partner Phyllis with a pumpkin pie and an apology note. They wired, framed, sided. Lights glowed in windows again. Laughter bounced off the water. Impromptu party on the lawn. Darlene tried one last desperation play. 3 a.m. Truck dump of asbestos-laced debris on his lawn, framed to kill his final inspection and land him in jail. Cameras caught it. Truck traced to Ron's brother-in-law. Hazmat cleanup for $1,200. Marcus sent Darlene an invoice with a note. Consider this payment for your desperation. She showed up alone in her Lexus weeks later. Offered $300,000 cash to walk away. Promised to make the DA drop charges. He declined. She snapped. Ranted that the house should be mine, that he didn't deserve it because you got hurt playing soldier. Body cam rolling. One-party consent state. Uploaded. Headline, Van Camp caught offering bribe. Admits vendetta. A guy like you doesn't deserve property. Town unraveled her. Real estate license suspended. Business shuttered. Charges mounted. Extortion, bribery, witness tampering, abuse of office. HOA board dissolved. Members fled. January community impact hearing. 450 people packed town hall. Marcus spoke first. Told Estelle's story. Said Thornhill proved bullies don't always win when people stand up. Claire Collier testified from Oregon. Elena, others followed. Darlene said 3 words. I have no comment. Someone coughed, cowered. Laughter rippled. She pleaded no contest to 4 counts. 18 months suspended, 300 hours community service, $15,000 restitution to Marcus. March, final inspection. Certificate of occupancy signed. Thornhill reborn. Open house, 200 people. Gleaming oak, stained glass, rebuild dock. Tamales smoked trout guitar. Appraisal, $485,000. Sweat equity, $322,000 created. Restitution funded the Estelle Jennings Memorial Scholarship. Full ride for a local trade student each year. First recipient, Elena's daughter Sophia, future electrician. 5 bedrooms became artist residency. Quarterly lakefront forums. No HOA, just neighbors. Free kayak launch. 3-legged rescue dog. Colonel chases geese he'll never catch. Marcus carved a sign above the door. Thornhill Manor, EST, 1924. Reborn, 2025. He still fights. Helps neighbors 2 towns over battle eminent domain abuse. Says some things are worth it. Proof they could try to bury you, but they didn't know you were a seed.